Hey everybody, and welcome to a super special Shou Plays. This is a dating sim. It was free on Steam, and I decided, what the heck? I'll give it a try. I've never really played one of those. I mean, I tried Jurassic Heart, and I got like 5 sentences into Hatoful Boyfriend, and I got bored. But I booted this up for 5 minutes to see if maybe I could play it, and yeah, I'm gonna do that. It's called Seduce Me, an otome game. The otome. Anyway, supposedly there's 22 endings, and I only plan on getting one. But it's a free game, so you could totally go play it for yourself if you don't like what I get. New game. This is a fictional interactive narrative. Any character resemblances to real-life people are purely coincidental. Okay, cool. Also, please note that the following game is made for PG-16 audiences, so probably safe for YouTube. Please know that sexual/violent themes are explored in this game. Trigger warnings, abuse, implied rape, and suicide. You have been warned. You heard the game, so if you're sensitive to those things, even in a fictional sense, this is your time to duck out. Please enjoy.
Why, hello. My, aren't you a gorgeous sight? Can I be honored enough to know your name?
That's a little creepy. My name is Tamantha.
A lovely name for a lovely person like you. Wonderful.
Thanks? You're sort of creeping me out, though.
Eric, do your job.
So I guess the narrator is Eric?
Very well. This game was produced by Seraphim Entertainment under the direction of Michaela Laws and is powered by Ren'Py Visual Novel Engine. We truly hope you'll enjoy this story. I know I'll enjoy it, since you'll be in it.
Okay, you're creeping me out big time.
Eric.
Thank you, other guy.
Fine. Farewell, my sweet.
Somewhere.
Come on! Is that all you got?
Wanna try me, asshole?
That was a weird way to say that word.
Crap! Missed.
Let's retreat for now.
No kidding. Let's get out of here.
I like that it's voice acted.
That's right. You better run, you stupid punks! Stay out of our territory!
Call it fate or call it coincidence. That moment of violence started a chain of events I will never forget.
This formula, created in the 70s, is one of the most important in the field of financial theory.
Thanks, Mrs. Phillips?
It is used to calculate the price of European-style options and is widely used by option marketers, though there are some discrepancies that are now corrected with the modern viewpoint.
Okay. Do I need to remember this? Rain. It's been a long time since we've gotten rain around here, but it is the season for rainy weather, so it's not exactly that surprising. It's been raining here a little bit too. Personally, I loved the sound of it. The way the raindrops fell, like the soft tapping of fingers, it was so soothing. Even looking at the droplets hit the glass of window was strangely calming. I do really like rain, so I guess this is me since I'm reading the lines? For this reason, I felt lucky for having a seat next to the window, though I did spend more time staring outside than I did paying attention in class. Okay, well, this person doesn't act like me. I pay really good attention. The lectures in class were pretty boring. Mrs. Phillips' voice wasn't soporific. Soporific? It means it's not something that will put you to sleep. I know what it means, but I'm not sure if I'm saying it right. But I just wasn't interested in what she was saying. And since it was the period right before lunch, all I could think about was doing other things in my free time. Honestly, I didn't really care much for economics. Sure, I had good grades in this class, but it was only because I read the textbook and did my assignments as I had to. Isn't that how you're supposed to do class? I was only taking this class because it was mandatory. If it were up to me, I would probably have taken another course. Such as? Luckily, it was my senior year, so after this semester it would mean the end of high school courses forever. Thank God for that. Oh boy, end of high school. I didn't hate high school. It was just kind of mundane how the days drifted on and on as if there were no end to it. The only thing I really enjoyed about going to school was meeting my friends and hanging out with them, but that was kind of it. I think that's everyone's feelings. School's boring. In short, I was done with high school. The start of second semester brought a note of finality to it. I had already applied to many universities the semester prior, and I was expecting replies sometime in the next few months. It seemed like the start of something new. Something that would change. That is, if things could change. I stared at the faint outline of raindrops in the distance. For now, I was stuck in this class.
Miss Anderson.
Mrs. Phillips' raised voice interrupted my train of thought. Just when I was thinking about class, I quickly turned my head to face the teacher. Hopefully she didn't pick me just because she noticed that I was spacing out. Yes, ma'am?
Would you care to name the equation I set up on the blackboard?
Oh, I think I read about that in the textbook last night. It should be the Black-Scholes model formula.
Very good as always, Miss Anderson.
So, my last name is Anderson. Anderson. It followed me wherever I went. People didn't really know me by my first name, but rather by my surname. No doubt, since the surname was the trademark of the internationally famous and philanthropic Anderson Family Toys, and because the founder was my own grandfather. Suzu, one of my best friends, turned around and proudly gave me a punch to the shoulder.
Kick-ass, girl.
Thanks, dude. From beside me, I heard Naomi, another one of my best friends, clearing her throat in obvious disapproval of Suzu's choice of words.
She means good job.
You kinda sound like Princess Bubblegum.
Miss Capini.
Oi!
Care to tell me who the creators of this formula were?
Some guys named Black and Shoals. Fisher Black and Myron Shoals.
Thanks, Princess Bubblegum.
Very good, Miss Patterson.
Show off. Better study next time, Suzu. Be like us and study once in a while.
Don't study, it's bad for you. Don't do it. Suzu rolled her eyes and slouched into her chair as Princess Bubblegum gave her a small smirk. She always pouted when Peebles showed her up.
That's the end of today's lecture. Now, let's separate into groups and work on your projects. Remember, everything is due on Monday. Go ahead now.
Before I knew it, Suzu and PB had scooted their desks to align with mine, and we turned into the Three Musketeers. Except, girls and not French. Whenever the teacher let the students decide on groups, we were always grouped together in our little trio. It was a sheer stroke of luck that we all managed to be in the same class, so we had to at least take the opportunity and stick together as much as we could. Besides, we were most comfortable around each other than, say, compared to being around any other classmate. It just made sense for us to put our heads together for any kind of project. Yeah, screw those other guys. I took out the poster we were working on and rolled it open onto the 3 desks. We were pretty much finished with fulfilling most of the guidelines for the project, though we did still have to add a few finishing touches here and there. After working on making the poster a bit prettier, we sat back and inspected our work to see what we still had to do. PB, as usual, was the first to look for any issues. She lightly tapped a pencil against her chin, staring intently at the project.
Alright, so let's see. We finished the budgeting section, the building leasing, and the cost for labor. What else do we need?
I don't know without looking at it. Suzu straightened up to look at the poster and stroked her chin. After a few seconds, her face brightened and she spoke up.
How about a company name?
Oh, that's a really good idea. Thanks, Suzu.
Huh? Did we really skip over that?
Silly, PB. You're supposed to know these things.
Of course we did.
You always go straight into the logical statistics and stuff that you completely skip over the fact. We need a name for our projects.
At least we caught it this time. What do we name it?
Yeah, what do we name it?
Not sure. What do you think?
What do I think? What are we selling? It always came down to me. Whenever there was something to be named or titled, I was the master in ending decision, even when I didn't want to be.
I like Trinity Corporations.
That's nice for teamwork.
That is way too predictable. How about the Dragon Company?
That sounds kinda... Well, you don't want to be known as Dragon Ladies. That's an insult for some reason. I think it means you're tough and mean. I think.
What do dragons have to do with our project?
Everything?
What? It's a totally unpredictable name. It's hot.
Maybe it should be a predictable name, though.
But our company sells bubblegum.
We sell bubblegum! Princess Bubblegum? We sell bubblegum. Okay.
Who said we can't produce spicy bubblegum?
Spicy bubblegum is pretty good. Hot cinnamon, delicious.
What do you think?
Yeah. What do you think?
Do I have to type it out or do I just pick? Both of them looked at me expectantly, even though I wasn't quite sure myself. I really didn't want to choose sides, but if it were up to me, I would say... Well... Spicy bubblegum sounds good. I like Dragon Company.
It is.
Alright, now that we've decided on a name, now what?
The rest of it. As we ended our name game, a giggle scrambled my thoughts. Someone named Lisette. Huh? Who is that?
Ignore it. It's just Lisette.
Thanks, Suzu? I looked over my shoulder to see her laughing with her circle of friends, mostly comprised of popular people that were practically friends with everyone in the school. Well, I guess that is the definition of popular. Everybody knows you. And as a result, everyone in the school knew them, and the center of it all was Lisette White. She sat with a posture that indicated she was still working, but that she also was ready to casually chat about her day. She had an endearing balance of charismatic and awkward, which was readily apparent when she first talked to someone. So are we friends? Why am I ignoring her? She sounds nice. I like her. It was easy to make her smile and laugh, and she was quite the comedian as well. I really like her then. Basically, she was perfect. Not that she was like a robot or something, but she was the student that everyone else wanted to be. Lisette was bright, easygoing, and above all, had her future laid out right in front of her. Unlike the average student, she knew what she wanted to do after high school, and as a result, she was confident and ambitious, though sometimes it could rub a lot of people the wrong way. I guess it depends. If she rubs it in, that's not very nice. Moreover, I had known her since I was young, but it had ultimately resulted in a rivalry that continued today. Why? What happened? Tell me what happened, Tom Anderson. Of course, our friends knew what was between us, and upon seeing me glance at her, they shifted their attention to her.
She doesn't even look like she's working, in my opinion.
Well, I don't know. Samantha just said her posture said that she could be working.
She probably is, but she's too much of a stuck-up priss to allow herself to look like she's actually doing work.
What? But doing work is a good thing.
Oh, come on, Suzu. She may be a little off-putting, but she's not the giant priss that you're making her seem to be.
Is she mean? Why is she popular if she's mean?
The day she isn't a priss is the day I turn into you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Never mind.
Don't fight, you two. We're friends.
It's about time. Let's bail.
Wow. You got good timing there. Unsurprisingly, Suzu was the first out of the classroom, slinging her backpack over her shoulder with ease as she quickly strolled out the door.
Her seat isn't even closest to the exit, and she always manages to be the first one out of the door. I don't think I'll ever understand that.
Well, she just really wants to be out of the classroom, and with the ambition, yeah. I wish I was as fast as her getting out of here. Me and you both, Naomi. PB. PB folded her arms close to her chest, giving me a disappointed look. Oh! I don't think I hit save, but okay.
Oh, not you too. She's turning you into a delinquent.
I've always been a delinquent, you just don't notice. Ha, it's a joke, PB.
Well, it's not really funny.
Sorry, Peebles.
Man, you guys are slow. Are you coming or what?
Yeah?
We heard you the first time. Not everyone has rocket boosters attached to their legs when the bell rings.
Oh, is that her secret? Awesome! I want some. Where'd she get some?
Are you kidding me? That class was ridiculously boring. Even Miss Valedictorian here was dozing off a bit.
Which one is that again? I do have to admit I was spacing out. Oh, so it's me. Just because I answered one question doesn't mean I'm automatically the valedictorian.
Okay, so it wasn't too interesting. But you should at least pay attention when Phillips is talking about the important parts.
How do you decipher the important parts from the not important parts? You kinda need to listen to all of it, and... I don't know.
So you finally admit it. We're finally on the same wavelength. Welcome to the club, Patterson.
Welcome to the club, Peebles.
Please, don't call me by my last name. This isn't the classroom. And never in a million years will we ever
I hit a button. I'm sorry. She was just saying that they'll never see eye to eye. Despite this, they both burst out in laughter. Normally, anyone would think that opposites like them wouldn't ever associate with each other. But even though they were so different, their friendship somehow made a lot of sense. Maybe they were just perfect complements, or personality just didn't dictate the possibility of their friendship. After all, we three had been best friends since preschool. Well, if you've been best friends since that long and your personalities changed, then yeah, you're gonna be friends pretty much forever.
Alright, so where are we heading to first? Cafeteria? I think we can all agree that we're really hungry, especially after hearing about our company's line of deliciously spicy bubblegum.
Mmm, spicy bubblegum.
Who would even buy that? I wonder.
Me? I would.
Me? I would pay good money to get a taste of it.
You do like spicy food after all. We entered the cafeteria, a bustling room filled with aromas of different kinds of food. Good food, I hope? Probably not. As we got in line, we ordered our meals and chatted freely.
Cajun fries and the spicy chicken burger for me. That's my definition of a good meal.
That sounds really good.
I'll take a tuna sandwich and some juice. You're
Ew.
probably going to need water or something to curb all that spicy flavor, Suzu.
No, see, if you drink water with spicy food, it's just gonna spread the spice around. You want milk or something.
I can't be tamed by the likes of that. If it's spicy, then it's gotta be all or nothing.
That sounds so good.
You're crazy!
Hell yeah, I'm crazy.
I think I'm getting a migraine.
I think I'll go with tuna, spicy. I'll take the mac and cheese and a soda. Once we got our food, we settled down at one of the empty tables, putting our backpacks aside to finally dig into the food. Suzu leaned back in her chair, tilting it back so that she could rest her feet on the table by her food. Ew, do you know where your shoes have been? They've been on the ground. Gross, don't put that near your food.
Alright then, is there anything we want to talk about?
Your nice hair thingy?
Bored already?
I know, let's talk about...
Say boys and I will never speak to you ever again.
Why?
Aw, why not?
Yeah, that's my question.
What's so interesting about talking about guys? It's not like any of us are gonna get boyfriends anytime soon.
You know, I don't understand either, Suzu.
We don't know that. What if one of us does get a boyfriend?
Yeah, what if? And which one of us?
Like that's going to happen, Naomi. Look at us. I'm a tiny Italian. You're a ditzy blonde.
Does that even matter?
Hey!
No offense. And Anderson here. Well, I guess she could land a boyfriend or girlfriend if she wants.
Why? What's so different about me that's different about you guys?
Or girlfriend?
She can be a lesbian if she wants.
I'm not entirely sure it's a choice, but thanks for the support.
True.
It's okay, Suzu. I'm not sure I want a boyfriend yet.
Why not? It's our senior year. Might as well get a boyfriend.
And then what? Dump him after? Keep him during college? Why? What would be the point?
Maybe she's just not interested in a relationship, Suzu.
Well, it really wasn't about wanting a relationship, but more if there was no one interesting enough to be in a relationship with. Don't get me wrong, I'm an open person, but there were not many interesting guys in school to go out with. Who knows? Time will tell. PB looked at me, wanting to continue the conversation. However, before she could speak, the speakers in the cafeteria started up and an announcement echoed around the cafeteria.
Miss Anderson, please come to the main office immediately. Please bring your things with you.
Okay, Intercom.
Oh my.
Looks like our plans have been cut short. The men in white coats have finally come to get you.
Woohoo!
Suzu, don't joke around. What if it's serious?
Fine. If something happens, just call us.
Okay, I will. Funny enough, something did happen. And it was certainly no laughing matter. Cold. It was really cold. The rain became heavier that afternoon, accompanied by rolling thunder now and then. The skies had turned dark, though I couldn't see any of it under the black umbrella. Not that I was looking up. In fact, looking up was the exact opposite of what I wanted to do. I stared at the grass beneath my feet, unable to look up at the people weeping around me. All I could see was the damp grass underneath my feet. Only the monotone eulogies that floated through my ears reminded me that I was at a funeral. It was only when the speeches ended that I finally was able to raise my head. A small gathering of people, mostly made of relatives that I didn't even know were related to me, were huddled around a simple small grave. Harold Anderson, forever in our hearts. For a while, all I heard was the sound of raindrops on umbrellas. If it weren't raining, everything would probably be in a heavy silence. I looked beside me, where my father was standing and holding up a large black umbrella for our small family of 3. His face was emotionless, a strange sight next to my weeping mother. I wondered what was going through his mind. After all, etched into the smooth gray tombstone before us was his father's name. Oh, I don't understand why he's not crying. Maybe it hasn't hit him yet. My grandfather, the one who raised me like his own daughter, had passed away that day. The ceremony was small. Only close family were allowed to come. And I'll finish this funeral next time because it's about time. So I'll see you then. Sorry to leave on a sad note, but sometimes it has to happen that way.